Okay, hey everyone. Today I am going to be talking about our raw food diet. So we have been doing I've decided to do a 75% raw food diet, maybe 80%, because I remember hearing that once you begin to consume, let me see, 80%, once you begin to consume less than 80% raw food, it kind of changes your body chemistry and things like that. And so we want to consume only about 20% cooked foods. So that's what I'm aiming for. So what I kind of did the math is that, don't mind the children are in the background kind of playing or whatever, but it's a beautiful day, so I really wanted to be outside. And I brought out my aloe vera plant to get some sun, and then I have some basil and other things growing here, which is awesome. Our garden isn't doing as good as we would like, but that's okay. Please don't do that. Okay, so what I figured was 80% would be that we would have to have at least 2 days of completely fully raw food for the whole day. I haven't really figured out the menu yet because I've just kind of been buying, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat everything we have in our pantry and in the kitchen, and then the next time I go shopping I'm gonna have a menu plan and try to just stick to shopping for that. So that'll probably be in another week and a half or so. But for now, I just wanted to talk to you about what we are eating. So it's been basically every day we've been having a smoothie for breakfast, or we've been having fruit with nuts, which I always soak with salt and water overnight, and then usually I soak it during the day, and then at night I will leave it in the oven to roast. So we'll usually have nuts with fruit or a smoothie with fruit for our raw foods. And then we have 2 days where we've been doing either the yogurt, which I like to buy the plain yogurt and just add the fruit and a little bit of honey with nuts. So that's been our breakfast. Oh, and then I also do a cottage cheese smoothie, which I've been meaning to do a video for you guys of that, and I just haven't gotten to it. Maybe I'll do that this week. So that's a very good oxygenating your cells smoothie. So that's important to fight cancer and things like that, just get ourselves more more vitality. So then for depending on how light our breakfast is, we might have a snack before we eat lunch. Well, we're calling lunch dinner now, because that's how it was traditionally called. So for dinner we would normally have a little bit of a heavier meal, so either a big salad, or if it's a cooked day, then I will have maybe eggs, or free range pasture raised, the best quality eggs we can find and afford. And we'll have that always with sauerkraut, because we always want to have the fermented food when we're eating cooked foods. We always want to have fermented foods. It's so important. So, and then sometimes I'll make either rice on the side, or we'll have maybe sprouted seed bread. That's not my favorite. I really like to stay away from the wheat, so I prefer doing the rice, or sometimes we'll do potatoes. But most of the time we've been doing salads, so I've been happy with that. We've been doing a mix of lettuce with tomatoes and cucumbers and avocados. Sometimes I'll throw cheese in, but of course again it's pasture raised cheese. It's so important that we get the high quality. We don't want to be eating cheese from cows that are just consuming GMO corn all day, so that's very important. And then we'll have probably maybe a fruit for a snack, and then for supper we will have depending on what we have for breakfast, like for dinner. Like if we have for dinner at like noon, 1 o'clock, let's say we had the salad. So then for supper, we've been having the eggs or just cheese. And then I've been trying to do mono meals. So mono meal is where you have one thing, so I brought out these fruits, right, to show you some of the things, just to like get like some visuals. Mangoes, oh, we love them. This is the season for mangoes and it's delicious. So hold on 1 second. Excuse me, the baby cannot be over here by himself. So mangoes, oh, I love it. I love mango season. They've been on sale, so we've been getting mangoes, and that will be our mono meal. This is my favorite mono meal. And then we have, well, the apple we'll do with the apple. I've still been doing the carrot apple juice, but just not every day, just because it's not really the season for apples. And so I don't know, maybe it's the season for carrots. I'm not sure. I think it is, but you know, we've been trying to do it maybe 3-4 times a week. So we're still doing the carrot ABC juice, the apple, beets, and carrot juice. And you can see a video on me making that, and I'll put that in the link below. Then plums, oh, I love when it's plum season. I love plums. So it's so hard to find organic plums. So I stack up on these during the week. And what else do I have in here? Oh, and then limes. Yes, limes and lemons. Every morning I've been doing lemon juice. And I've been making salad dressings with low oil. So I've not been using no oil, because I know that a lot of like raw foodists and raw vegans do no oil. But you know, we're in transition, and so I still put a little bit of oil, but it's probably reduced about half of the amount from what I used to do. So I've been using lemons and tahini to make dressing, and lemon juice in the morning, lemon like with water. Oh, delicious. I love it. So refreshing. And then of course my favorite, me and my daughter's favorite, bananas. I love bananas. So we use bananas in our smoothies. We eat bananas for breakfast. If we have a little sweet tooth, we grab a banana. I literally buy like 50 bananas a week, and it's like I probably have to go up a little bit and buy like 60. Okay, another thing that we do is you know, for our lymph system, our lymphatic system, it's very good to be drinking throughout the day warm drinks. So with our fruit in the morning, sometimes I'll just take coconut milk and I will warm it up with a little bit of molasses and cinnamon, and that way we get in some warm drink there. And then throughout the day I like to make teas. So I have my ginger that I make my ginger tea. I use a grater and I grate it up, and then I put it in a jar. I put some hot water on top of it, and I leave it for about 2 hours, and then I strain it. And sometimes I just drink it like that, but I know the kids don't really like it like that, so I add honey for them, and it tastes delicious and it's so good for you. And then this is the white clover that I collected, if you saw my video on that. So I have my white clover here. I haven't done the tea of this yet. I just finished making my tincture. I'm so excited. It just finished yesterday, and I poured it into my jar, and now I have a white clover tincture, which is great for coughs and respiratory ailments during the winter. Then I have, this is by far my most favorite nettle. This is just a jar of honey, but it's nettle. Nettle is what I like the most about nettle, even though it has a variety of good things for you to maintain health, is the magnesium and calcium is the proper ratio. The same thing in carrots. It has a 1-to-1 ratio of magnesium and calcium, which is the proper ratio for our bones and our teeth. And so I've been making nettle tea almost every day. And then the other thing, since summertime, the peppermint is blooming, and my mom's been bringing over lots of peppermint. Yay, thank you, Mom. And I love the smell. This is not, well, it's dried from fresh peppermint, and I just haven't gotten it in the jar yet, so I just threw it in there so you guys can see. I've been making this, and it's so refreshing. Sometimes I'll make it warm, and we'll drink it warm, and then I'll let it cool down. I rarely put it in the refrigerator, but my husband likes it in the refrigerator, so sometimes I do it for him. But I prefer warm tea for our lymphatic system, and just boosting our immune system is so important. So I guess the main things we've been eating have been more fruit, and we just get our vegetables three ways really: the sauerkraut, the salads, and our green smoothies. That is, I'm still trying, like my mom brought over some string beans, so I'm probably gonna cook those up with, I'm not sure what yet. I gotta get some, you know, creativity there. I might just cook them up with some garlic, and at least they're vegetables, you know what I mean? But, and like, you know, broccoli I do cook a little bit, but for the most part, guys, everything is raw for the most part. You know, like I said, I'm shooting for 80%. I'm sorry if the shadow of the sun and things. I'm shooting for 80% raw food. And you know what, I really encourage you, because it's so healing. I don't believe that we should be 100% raw. Like, I think that ideally in the Garden of Eden we were, you know what I mean, of course, but you know what, if we get a meat here or there, as long as it's good quality, you know, I'm not talking about McDonald's meat, and I don't even call that meat. I call that frankenfood. So if you're eating frankenfood, get away from it and come enjoy a raw food diet the way, you know, closer to nature, the way God created and intended for us. So you know, I just wanted to show, you know, do this video so that you guys could see what we're eating. And I love it, to be honest. You know, my baby's eating mangoes, and yeah, that's another thing I wanted to touch on real quick is my baby. You know, we do give him these little puffs that we buy from the store that they're like strawberry, banana, or kale and apple, you know what I mean, just for the road or whatever. But for the most part, he's eating mangoes and bananas, and we do the applesauce. Let me see, what else is he eating? He eats a little bit of avocados, a little bit of cheese, the egg yolks for his brain, and you know, which is good for cholesterol, because cholesterol is good for the brain. So you know, it's good cholesterol. So he's eating all these wonderfully healthy things. We're staying away from you know, all those horrible things, and nobody's perfect, you know. Like the other day we ended up having a pizza because I was a little sick. Oh, and you know what I want to talk about? Every day, or at least 5 times a week, I've been taking garlic. I take a clove of garlic, which I had it with me, and I chop it up, and then I some of them I chew and then I swallow. Other ones I just swallow like a pill, and it's so good because you know, garlic has so many good properties. They're antibacterial, antiviral, and the natural antibiotic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't want to make it too much longer, and so I'm going to end it here. And if you have any comments or questions, you know, we're just beginning the journey, but we're here to share it with you guys, and you know, hoping to do at least 3 to 6 months of, you know, this raw food diet, and see if we can continue from there where we're at. All right, everyone, God bless.